All right, so the 2025 VW ID.BUZZ is here, guys. The question most of us here asking ourselves is, was the 2-year wait after the US-Spec model worth the wait? Welcome, and let's go find out. Now, with an increased wheelbase, seating capacity, and more electric power, is it worth the wait? I'll begin with the quick facts. So let me launch this table here to help us briefly before we break it down into detail. So we are getting an increased power, top speed, and we look at the battery size. The dimensions have actually grown up because it's an extended wheelbase and is going on sale in 2024. But these are the details. Now, the North American spec that you're looking at, the 2025 VW ID.BUZZ, is 6.9 inches longer than the two-row version that the Europeans got, with a total length of 192.4 inches. The basic design stays the same, I believe you agree, with identical overhangs front and rear, and instead, the extra girth comes from the stretch wheelbase, which is now 127.5 inches versus the 117.6 inches for the European spec. Now, the width comes in at 77.9 inches wide with a height of 74.4 inches, guys. So if you look at it, automatically, it should tell you that you will be able to seat as many as 7 in the passenger compartment in the standard 2-3-2 layout. Now, the second row seats can slide forth and aft by up to 7.9 inches and feature 60/40 slip folding, which is great and versatile. The second and third row seats also fold flat, and remote seats can be removed entirely, as you're seeing in the images here. Right, guys. So, I mean, I think they've made to do with the space that they got from the extended wheelbase. But if you want a complete flat floor with the rear seats folded, you can utilize an optional flex board with fabric beams hiding underneath. And seeing as there is no cargo version of the cards here for the stage side, it is nice to see that there are some flexibility in terms of load lugging. Now, alternatively, if you want a bit more room for occupants, you can spec the ID.BUZZ with 6 individual captain's chairs in a layout of 2-2-2, right? So that makes it very flexible. And if you are looking at carrying stuff more than carrying people, that is there. What are you getting? Some of the features that I'm going to touch on is that you are getting heated seats standard, while the second row and the third row windows get tinted glass. On the subject of glass, this ID.BUZZ features the largest sunroof of any VW group offering. So if you take a look at this, guys, yes, that you're looking at measures 67.4 inches long and 40.8 inches wide. And you also get optional panoramic roof that can change from opaque to transparent thanks to electrochromatic technology that is embedded in that. Now, one thing that I want to talk about is the North American ID.BUZZ features a number of drivetrains similar to the VW ID.7, and it uses the same 91 kilowatts battery pack as we've seen on the ID.7 Pro S, which is larger than the 82 kilowatts battery found on the short wheelbase ID.BUZZ that is in Europe. So guys, you see there is an upgrade over there. Both the ID.7 and the ID.BUZZ ride on the MEB platform with the batteries mounted underfloor in a skateboard-like configuration, which gives you a flat floor. Meanwhile, the ID.7, the APP550 electric motor is on duty at the 3-row ID.BUZZ. And in rear-wheel drive, guys, it has 282 horsepower and 406 pound-foot of torque, a significant jump from the 2-rows model of 201 horsepower and 229 pound-feet of torque. So by our standards, Americans are getting a souped-up version. In addition to the rear-wheel drive model, you are getting a dual-motor all-wheel drive option as well, which will be available from the launch date, and that tops up roughly 48 horsepower to the front axle for a total output of 333 horsepower, guys. That is a huge bump for this one. And we don't have the acceleration numbers yet, but ID.BUZZ rises by 9 miles per hour over the European model with an electronically limited top end of 99 miles per hour. Evidently, no land speed records have been broken yet.
But take a good look at this vehicle, and VW is trying to make some inroads in the United States with the VW ID.BUZZ. The 2024 North American spec VW ID.BUZZ will launch with many of the same colors found on the European model, plus some North American exclusives, which will be the newly introduced Cabana Blue, Metro Silver, and Indio Gray. If you look inside the cabin, you enjoy 3 different color schemes and trim options, all sporting vegan-friendly leatherette. Standard equipment includes heated and power adjustable seats, as stated earlier, a heated power steering wheel, power sliding windows, power folding and heated rear mirrors. You see all of that in the ambient lighting and the power tailgate. And there are 8 USB-C charging ports. You see them scattered, dotted through the cabin, and the Heron 10-volt outlet up front, and a 12-volt traditional power outlet in the cargo as well. That is clever, and that's a lot of accessories and amenities. The ID.BUZZ infotainment system has been upgraded to what's found in the ID.7, and it still features the dreaded capacitive touch buttons and sliders. But VW says that the climate functions have now been integrated into the bottom of the display for immediate access. Sales begin in 2024 as the 2024 model year, and there are still a number of details that potential owners will be keen to know, such as range, price. But as we get closer, we will do another episode to highlight on that. These are what will go for you on the VW ID.BUZZ for the American stateside. And we believe strongly that this makes it worth the wait for the American market. But that's our opinion. What do you think? Let's hear you in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Have a great day until we same time again. Bye-bye.